Hello America and the rest of the world, how are you? I'm recording a video here and it's gonna be about uh, some issues uh, about about my face. But before I do that, I'm gonna take my mask off because the only reason I'm wearing this mask is that so you can wear one. I'm encouraging you to wear one. Always wear a mask in this pandemic that we are right now. So I'm gonna take it off because I'm alone. Okay, so what I'm gonna talk about today. English is not my language. English is my second language. You know that. But the reason I'm doing this is because I'm gonna I'm gonna try to get to the bottom of my situation. As you know, I used to work in the United States illegally from year 2000 to year 2011, and there's some issues about my face. I remember the first time that I knew this was by the Americans. They used to call me rough face, shed face. They said that I was beautiful inside but ugly on the outside, that it's more important the inner beauty than the outer beauty. And it was all about my face. Some people said that I had a disgusting face. Some people said that men are supposed to be rough on everything, rough hands, rough legs, rough face. That for smoothness, if you look for smoothness, like a silky smooth face, you need to look or seek for that on a woman, not on a man. And I guess that's the people that was trying to defend me, that was trying to stand by me. But I'm gonna try to focus on this guy, owner of Televisa, Emilio Azcárraga. I remember when I used to work at the brickyard in Cartersville, Georgia. This guy, one of my coworkers, told me that Univision hated my ass, hated me. He said, Univision hates you. And then somebody told me that that Univision was gonna hire me, but when they saw me in person, they sent a guy, and when he saw me, the first impression that he had was, well, we are not gonna hire this guy because he has a rough face, and that ain't no good for TV. We are not gonna show on the screen a rough face like the one he has. We're not gonna do that. So we're gonna try to do that with our actresses, with our actors, and we cannot hire this guy. Plus, he's illegal. He's an illegal. We cannot even show him on TV, because if you show him on TV in the United States, they will know that he's an illegal and they're gonna deport him. So we cannot do that. And first of all, like I said, he's no good. He's ugly. He has a rough face. Okay. Now, I was kicked out from all the jobs that I had. I was kicked out by my coworkers and by my bosses. My bosses, because they were receiving calls saying things like, if you don't get rid of this Mexican guy, we're gonna shut your place down. We're gonna shut you down. And then my coworkers used to say things like, please quit this job, man. They're gonna deport us all because of you. Okay, so to make a long story short, I get tired of it. I get tired of the situation, and I came back to Mexico. I packed up all my stuff and bought a plane ticket, came back to Mexico. And I thought, this is the end of the story. I'm back in my country, and this is it. But guess what? No. They said that the case was still open, that I was still being used and abused. How was I used and abused? Well, they said I had a fiance, and I had never a fiance. They said I couldn't marry the one that I loved because I was not free. That in order to marry the one that I love, I had to be free, and that I wasn't free because I was being used and abused by somebody that was trying to get my sister-in-law fixed, my brother-in-law fixed, and my sister-in-law brothers fixed. So that wedding was a fake wedding, of course, because three people was going to get the benefit of that wedding, and I guess I was going to get the benefit of that wedding. But look, I'm not going to do that. I mean, you have to, if you want to get papers in the United States, you have to stand by yourself, right? Didn't you say that? Somebody told me this, I don't remember who, that you have to stand for yourself and work if you want to be legal in the United States. So I tried. Now, the church that I was attending to, they was trying to get me married to a white girl, to an American white girl. And I didn't want to, because as I knew that somebody was trying to kill me, that was a fake story. I think nobody was trying to kill me. And if you know different, if you think that was real, then let me know, because I think it was just a made-up story. It was all leading to getting me married to that girl, or to the queer American guy from North Carolina. He said I was gay. I'm not gay. I might not have a girlfriend, but that does not mean that I'm gay. No, I'm not gay. I like women. Now, why didn't the American girls wanted to marry me? The owner of Televisa and Univision always said the reason that they don't want to marry him is because he has a disgusting face. His face is disgusting. That's why the American girls don't want to marry him. Plus, he's Mexican, and he thinks he's white. He thinks he's white, and he ain't white. The Americans do not like him because he thinks he's white. Well, I think it doesn't matter what I think. Well, they think, this is what they think. They think that because I listen to music in English, and because I sing music in English, they think that I think that I'm white. Because I listen to music in English, and I sing music in English. That's why they say that I think that I'm white. And they think that I was trying to hook up with only white girls, which is not true. No. And this coworker, where I used to work at the brickyard, he told me this. He said, look, man, more and more Hispanics are hooking up with white girls. I don't like that, man. And I said, why you tell me this? I'm not hooking up with any white girl. Why you tell me this? He said, well, so you tell him. because I tell them, and I don't think they understand when I tell them that they shouldn't be hooking up with white girls. I don't think they understand that. They don't understand me. So you tell them. And then I said, well, look, man, this is what I hear. I hear that they are taking girls that you don't want. They are taking girls that nobody likes. So overweight women, not good-looking women, that's what the Hispanics are taking. And then he said, no, that's not true. They're trying to take our girls. The girls that we like, they are hooking up with. I said, well, I don't know, man. I'm not doing that. I mean, I'm not doing it. And so don't tell me, because that's not my job to tell him. It's not my job to tell him. And the owner of Televisa, Emilio Azcárraga, says that I need to feel that I'm Mexican. That singing in English don't make me look Mexican. That listening to music in English don't make me look Mexican. That I have to feel that I'm Mexican. That I have to listen to Mexican music. That I have to sing music in Spanish. That I have to quit singing music in English. That I have to quit listening to music in English. That I have to quit singing music in English. That I have to quit all that. Some people even say that I need to wear Mexican clothes. That I need to quit wearing things like this, because wearing things like this does not make me look Mexican. And I remember they used to say things in the States, things like what did they say about me? They said things about me. I was trying to remember what they used to say about the Mexican. Oh, they said things like go to Mexico and we are gonna bring you back. And the owner of Televisa says that he wants to hire me for his TV station, that I have to look Mexican, that I have to listen to music in Spanish, sing music in Spanish, listen to music in Spanish, in order for him to hire me. And I think they see some people in the States, they don't like people talking in Spanish. They want people talking in just English. And I see the United States, your national anthem says things like, is the land of the free and the home of the brave. And if that is true, then you can talk any language that you want in the United States. I mean, if you work in a store and you're a checkout, and if your customer talks Spanish and you know Spanish, there shouldn't be any problem. It's like here in Mexico. I used to work in a jewelry store, and some of our customers are Americans, Australians, New Zealanders, British, Canadian, and those people speak English. And we don't talk to them in Spanish. We talk to them in English, so we can do business, so they can understand us. And I think that should be the same situation in the States. I mean, if you are in a restaurant and there's two people inside that restaurant beside you in the next table, and they're talking in Spanish, that shouldn't bother you. I mean, it's not like they're terrorists and they're trying to make up a plan about destroying something or harm people or, those kind of things. They're talking about their personal things. And that should be the story. Right? So yes, Americans said that I have a rough face. Now here in Mexico, just about anybody is calling me Scarface, of course, in Spanish. They call me Scarface, they throw it to my face in Spanish. And this is what they do. They said, for instance, Televisa, that TV station, they say things like, he doesn't like us because we call him Scarface. We messed up because we called him Scarface. Man, he will never like us, and it's our fault because we call him Scarface. So they look for ways to say it, but they gotta say Scarface. Right? And they say that any people is gonna call me Scarface. And let me tell you this. I can speak through my mind. I don't need to open my mouth to talk to you or to anybody because I have the microchip implant. So if I think about something, you will hear it as I'm talking to you. Right? But if I see, they say even Americans gonna call me Scarface, that anybody is going to call me Scarface because that's gonna be the first impression. And yes, I agree. I agree because I cannot read your mind. You can hear my mind, but I cannot read yours. I cannot read yours. And it's pretty simple. If they see me, they stand right in front of me, the first impression is going to be, this guy has a scar face. They might not say it. They might not say it, but that's going to be the first impression. You see a cripple, you may not want to call him a cripple, but your first impression in your mind is going to be, this guy is a cripple. And you're not going to call him a cripple, you're not going to say anything about it, but in your mind, your first impression, your first thought is going to be, this guy is a cripple. The same situation with me. I understand that people are going to think that I'm Scarface. Yes, I understand that. But one thing is thinking, another thing is talking, right? So the TV producers of Televisa and Univision, they say that I must admit that I'm Scarface. They say, this guy needs to admit that he's Scarface. Once he admits that he is Scarface, then we might get somewhere. We might hire him. But he must admit that he is Scarface. And the reason they do this is because in that silver store where I used to work, the owner of Televisa had an agreement with the owner of the silver store. They were producing a reality show about me. And that reality is about making me look as a loser. A loser in love, a loser doing my job, a loser in education. I mean, IL right here, a total loser. They say, if he ever gets a girlfriend, you are gonna take his girlfriend, you're gonna get his girlfriend pregnant, and then we're gonna let this guy marry the girl, And once the little boy is born, then you're going to reveal to him, you're going to unfold the truth. You're going to tell him that that little boy is not his. You're going to tell him that that little boy is yours. And that was one thing. And they said, then he will not know what to do. Then you tell him, man, you will never find a faithful girl because you are Scarface. Scarface needs to look for a Scarface girlfriend. A Scarface girlfriend might not cheat on him, but a pretty girlfriend is gonna cheat on him because Scarface are not lucky. Scarface are not successful. Scarface are losers. Total losers. Doing my job, they said things like, man, you're a salesman, you're not making sales. You're a salesman. The rest of the crew are making good sales. You are not. What's going on? What's happening to you? You're not making sales. Then they said things like, man, today we're going to do a paint job. You're going to paint this, he's going to paint that area, this girl is going to paint this area. Okay, we all do this. We all start painting the store. And then the next day, they said, look, somebody stepped on your painting. You're going to have to repainting. I said, well, it's just in my area. Can you check on the cameras who did it? No, we're not going to do that. Just do what I said. Go ahead and repaint that wall. Repaint that wall because somebody put fingerprints on it. On the floor, somebody stepped on it. So you're going to have to repaint it. You see what I'm saying? And this guy, the owner of Televisa, says that I must sign a contract with him so he can broadcast on his TV station the reality show that he did on me, that he did about my life, about me being a loser. He says, well, he's going to become a millionaire. Well, they did that reality on my back. They never asked me for permission to do the reality. They just did it. They had an agreement with the owner of the store. The owner of the store gave him an okay. She gave him an okay, and they started doing it. They placed cameras all over the store, and they used those cameras to do the reality show. And that's the story. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to get back to the United States. I have no idea. They tell me things, and then another thing. They said I must retract myself from what I say. But my question to you is, what would you do if you were me? Look, I know some Americans that live in Mexico. They talk Spanish. They listen to music in Spanish. They like our music in Spanish. So, there ain't nothing wrong with it. Right? I mean, what are you going to tell to that American? Hey, don't listen to music in Spanish. You need to listen to our music. Listen to music in English. Do not listen to that Mexican music. Do not eat their food. No, don't eat their food. No. Eat our food. It doesn't matter that you live in Mexico. Do not eat their food. You eat our food. Go eat what we used to eat. Do not eat their food, because you are not like them. You're different. I mean, they're free to do whatever they want, right? Or what are you going to say? Well, now you're eating Mexican, you're listening to music in Spanish, you're talking Spanish, you're not longer white. Are you going to say that, or what are you going to say? I don't know. I don't know, man. I think everybody, anybody, thinks different. You're gonna think, oh, this Mexican is crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But I do because I'm not 20-year-old. I'm not a 15-year-old. I'm not a 10-year-old. I am 50 years old. 50 years old. So, this is it for now. And I think that listening to music in English, talking English to you, I don't think that makes me white. No, I don't think that makes me white. And don't you think for a minute that I think I'm white? Because I was told that in order to be white, first of all, you need to be white, and then talk white, behave white, and I guess be American. I don't know. I'm not American. I'm Mexican. My family, they're all Mexicans. And there's some Americans in my family. My cousin is married to an American. Who else? My nephew is married to an American. But that does not make me American. Right? It never did. Look, I'm not in America. I mean, it's still America, but you call it and we call it Mexico, the country of Mexico. The United States, it says what? The United States of America. In Mexico is the United States of Mexico. That's what, if you ever read a coin or a Mexican bill, it says United States of Mexico. In your currency, it says United States of America. So it's like Mexico and the United States are both United States. It's the United States of Mexico and the United States of America. And here in Mexico, they think Mexico is still America. And yes, because we have Central America and South America. So United States is what? America? Mexico is Central America, I guess, or what is it? And Brazil is South America. But we don't go by that. When we talk about Mexico, it's Mexico and Mexican. Mexico and Mexican. All right, that's all I have to say for today. And I just want to say, have a great Sunday. Have a great rest of your day. And I will talk to you some other time. Bye.